Hey everyone, welcome to the Everyday Human Podcast. My name is Easton Taverna. Each day I'll share a reflection written by me and inspired by literature, poetry, music, movies, video games, and more. And after that, I'll share a prompt for you to write your own reflection. Together, we'll explore what it means to be human. Every month, we'll walk a new path, taking a look at life, death, the universe, and everything in between. Thanks for coming along. I'm glad you're here. For more, visit eastontaverna.com or join me on Instagram at _everydayhuman. Hello everyone, happy May 5th. Today's episode is titled The Key to the Chest. And this is our second reflection inspired by the romantic poet Percy Bysshe Shelley. The first reflection inspired by this young poet was from January 4th, and it was his poem Ozymandias that inspired us to think. That episode was titled The Sands of Time Cover All. But this time, it was inspired by his poem Music, When Soft Voices Die. So if you've been listening, you'll know when we have repeat guests, like we do today with Shelley, that we don't spend too much time on the intro. But if you ever do want to learn more, you can always head back to the first episode they appeared on. So do go back to January 4th and listen to that one if you haven't yet, and if you would like to learn a little bit more about Percy Bysshe Shelley and listen to the reflection inspired by Ozymandias. Okay, here is Music When Soft Voices Die. Oh, just a quick little note. The poem was published as two, with a dash after it, in 1824. So I guess that was how Shelley originally wrote it. But this poem, as well as others in this collection, came out posthumously. And the name was changed, I suppose, to the first line. And it looks like Mary Shelley edited these poems and wrote the preface to that collection after Percy's death. Okay, let's get to the poem. Music, when soft voices die, vibrates in the memory. Odors, when sweet violets sicken, live within the sense they quicken. Rose leaves, when the rose is dead, are heaped for the beloved's bed. And so thy thoughts, when thou art gone. Love itself shall slumber on. And here is my reflection. The way our senses tie to memory, and tie to love, and tie us up to this life. The first notes of a song can bring you back to your first car on a late-night drive with your best friend, down the parkway, heading exactly nowhere. The scent of an orange can bring you back to a sunny day, playing soccer on the beach with your first girlfriend or boyfriend. The rough touch of bark can transport you back to the mountains, hiking with your parents, back to a time when you were young with no fears or worries. And when your parents were giants of legend and not diminished humans. Nothing but excitement and adventure with them waiting just over the ridge. Sight, sound, touch. They are stronger than the photo or video you might see of a loved one you haven't seen in years, or may never see again. It can be beautiful to hear a song you only listen to with your mother long after she is gone. It can be painful to smell the perfume or deodorant of your partner after they've left to live their life with another. It can be surreal to touch the wooden handle of your grandfather's hammer and be transported back in time to his woodshop. And it can be comforting to know that those loved ones you have lost, in whatever way the world has taken them from you, live on in your memories. Memories hidden in a chest that only secret keys of the senses can unlock. When you think love might have disappeared, I urge you, but only if you feel it's worth it, only if you desire it, to travel into those shadowed caves of your mind and search. Sometimes you might find that your love still exists, and that it simply slumbers on, waiting to be woken up. And there ends today's reflection. The power of our senses to bring us back to a time and a place that we probably or maybe haven't thought of in years, decades, however long, is truly mind-blowing to me. When I go out into my backyard now, at the age of 40, in a different state that I grew up in, and I smell the lilacs that I planted in the back, pretty close to the woods, it brings me right back to the house that I grew up in. We had a huge lilac bush right on the side of our house at the end of the driveway. And that scent, every time I smell it now, still takes me right back to when I was a kid. It never fails. Okay, here is your reflection question. So, in your journal, on your pile of napkins, while you are looking out the window or taking a walk, jot some thoughts down or just think about the following question. What slumbering love do I hold in my heart? Has anything stirred it awake recently? What do these feelings evoke in me? And that's it for today, May 5th. I'll be back tomorrow, May 6th, with another reflection. Have a good one, and take care.